Yes, we're live. How are we doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're good. So today we're going to go through the second part of 10 truths that we need to face, right? Wednesday we went through the first 5. I'll recap them and then go through these next 5. This is show 299. That's mega. Anyway, let's get on with it. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman. And if you are coming through, then please do let me know. Either by hitting the love heart button, even if you only watch a bit of it, and then commenting down below what the best part of your week has been. All right? And then please share this with anybody that you think that might need it. Anyone would think it was winter out here. Look at this. Cool. All right. So, if this is show 299, it means Monday is the big 300, okay? The big 300. So what we want to see is as many people on Monday morning ready to show up for the 300th episode of the Rise to Thrive show, which is mad, right? That's consistency, right? 1% a day, every single day since we've been doing it. Right, here we go. So let's have a look at these the second part of these 10. Just to recap, the first 5 were you are dying every day. Every day wasted is a missed opportunity to live. Okay. Second one was overthinking is killing you. I bet you're even doing it about this post. Number 3, no one is coming to save you. You have to be willing. Number 4 is 99.9% of your problems really don't matter. And number 5, no one is judging you. They are simply exposing their insecurities. Mad, right? So let's get into the second 5. So number 6 is the grass isn't greener. So what do we mean by that? Well, it can mean a lot on the different fronts. I always think it means, I think people are always looking for another option, something that's always bigger and better. And I don't necessarily feel like that search or that other thing always exists, which means the grass isn't always greener, right? A lot of people say this in terms of relationships. Always looking for something better. I mean, not always looking for better, but you always think there's going to be a better scenario. Always think there's going to be a better program. Always think there's going to be a better coach. Always think there's going to be a better job. And actually, when we just stop and look at the life that we got and the things that are in it, man, we could probably realise that a lot of that life is actually pretty good. And instead of always trying to look for bigger and better, it's actually, is what I've got enough? And I think it's a real game changer. I think it's a real game changer. Number 7, most marriages and families could be spared, divorced, split, or broken by better communication and understanding. And I take this from first hand, right? My first marriage failed because of me, because of my lack of communication, my lack of understanding about myself, my lack of understanding about the people that I was hurting and dragging down. And, you know, I mean, everything works out the way it's meant to work out, right? That, you know, in that respect, I've forgiven myself. But I feel that, like, many people that grow up, they sometimes grow apart because they don't communicate or connect enough in a relationship. They don't really understand what the other person is going through. Like, if you speak to most men that I know, they don't really explain what's going on up in here with a lot of their partners. So the partners just then think, well, this guy's been a misery. This guy's always so distant. He's so disconnected. And it becomes frustrating in that relationship. And then as soon as that crack is formed, it starts to then break, right? And that's where many of the marriages end up slipping. It ends up pushing away from each other, and then there's kids involved. I feel like just some element of communication from both parties not just one, both parties, could really save a lot of marriages. And realising that actually the grass isn't always greener, that the marriage is always worth fighting for, that the relationship is always worth salvaging. Because if there's kids involved, the trauma of separation is huge, and you might not think it to have a look at, but I know from my own oldest daughter's experience that it does. It really affects their confidence, and they blame themselves, and there's a lot to it. So it's always worth the fight in the relationship. It's always worth putting it in. Putting the effort in and being connected to your marriage is one of the most important, for me, one of the most important elements of your life. Because that's your life partner there, man. That's your best mate. You fell in love with that woman for a reason, or you fell in love with that man for a reason, depending if you're a man or woman. You're not entitled to success. You know what winds me up more than anything, is thinking that people are going to get success in a couple of weeks. It's going to absolutely take months and months and months of hard work and years. Don't just think because you start working on yourself and go to the gym a couple of times that actually you're going to be alright, you're going to feel better, feel sorted. It's BS, man. And you're full of BS if you think that. To get to where I am today, I've had to go through hell and back. All of my clients and my students that are in the place that they are, they've had to go through hell and back. And when people after 2 weeks turn around and go, oh, it's really hard. Of course it is. But it's worth it because it's your life and you're the asset of your business and your life. Do you know what I mean? You're the asset of your family. You're the leader of your family. It is worth it. It is hard. Pull your socks up and get to work. Resilience, showing up, long term, consistency, control, clarity, all of those things. You know, no one on this planet is entitled to success. Anyone that I've ever met that's successful, they've worked for it. Whether it's business or life, or marriages. The only person stopping you, you know it, is you. Every single day, it's you versus you. Not me. Not your wife, not your ex. Not your friends, not your job. It's you. When you don't show up, you make those excuses. When you don't show up, it's your responsibility. When you're in the hole or the rut, you put yourself there. Sure, other external factors will have an influence, but it's your responsibility on how you react to them. You make those decisions. So it's down to you. No one else. Can't blame the government. Can't blame the wars going on. There's nothing you can do about that. It's how you respond to that. It's how you respond and become responsible for yourself and take ownership for yourself. Because that's what we tell our kids, right? That's what we tell our kids. It's down to you, son. It's down to you, love. You are responsible for your life and your decisions and the way that you react to everything else that has gone on around the world. So the only person stopping you ever is you. Okay? Number 10, the very last one. Acceptance is the key to growth. So what do I mean by that? For me, people don't grow because they, number one, hide from the truth. Number two, they refuse to believe the situation that they're in. Number three, they avoid the confrontation with the reflection in the mirror. So they don't accept where they are. And without acceptance about where you are, you can't actually move forwards. Because you just keep going round and round in circles because you actually don't think you have a problem. You actually don't think that you need better time management, that you need to work on your health, that you need to work on your marriage or the relationship with your kids. You don't believe that needs to happen. You don't accept that. So you don't change. The minute you accept that you need help, that you need guidance, that you need direction, is the minute you'll start to grow. And when I look at many lads that sign up for our Elite Operator, which is our signature program, when I see lads who are registering for our brotherhood, they have accepted that they need assistance. And men are so egotistical and so stubborn-minded that they won't invest in themselves because they see it as weakness. How mad's that? And that comes from hundreds of guys, by the way. Oh, I thought I could do it myself. I didn't think I needed help. Because I've got a coach and a mentor. Like, I need that help and that guidance. I want somebody who's level-headed and who's not as emotionally involved as I am in my business and in my life. We all need a coach. Everybody needs accountability. Everybody needs a mentor. Some of you don't need to invest in one. Some of you have your best friend who's your wife. One of my mentors is my wife, because she makes me feel so much better about things. She makes me see things clearer. She's not necessarily my business mentor, but she's certainly my personal mentor when I feel awful, and when I feel down, or when I feel like things aren't going well, when I feel insecure, she makes me feel better. Do you know what I mean? We always have that person. And that's it, guys. That's the 10. Let me just recap. Boom, boom, boom. I've got them on my phone here for my thing. So, you are dying every day. Every day wasted is a missed opportunity to live. Overthinking it is killing you. No one is coming to save you. You have to be willing. 99.9% of your problems aren't really problems. No one is judging you. They are simply exposing their insecurities. The grass isn't greener. Most marriages and families could be spared or saved by better communication and understanding. You are not entitled to success. You're the only person stopping you, ever, from growing. And acceptance is key to your growth. Alright, amigos. Listen, I hope you have a great weekend after this video. That's me done for social media for the weekend. I'm going to take the weekend completely off and just immerse myself with the family and myself. So I will catch you for show 300 on Monday. Please make a note of it. It will be great to have you there to celebrate 300 sessions together. I know some of you have been with me since show 1. Can't wait to do it. Have a great weekend. See you soon.